Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is B, just in case if you're new around these parts, and if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. It is Wednesday, so we know what that means. So it is August the 20th, 2025. It is 12:12 actually, so angel numbers starting this off on the right path. I can't really say I'm super familiar with what 12:12 means, so I actually might hop over on my phone and Google that real quick in the midst of starting this. But yeah, I don't really think there's any announcements. Life has been good. I hope y'all have been having a good week. I've been pretty exhausted, pretty burnt out. This Cancer moon transit that we're having. The moon is currently in Cancer, so it's been making me really worn out as of yesterday and today. But I'm feeling really good. I have to be at work later today at 5, so I definitely wanted to get some content done. So let's go ahead and jump into this. If you're new here, what do you need to know Wednesday is basically just a general wrap up of what you might need to know as it pertains to starting the week, coming up until this point, finishing out the week, going into the weekend. Okay, check down below in the description box to find me on my other platforms and or to book a personal reading. I am open for those. I got this wig laid, feeling really, really good, feeling really, really pretty. I just love big curly hair. I don't know, maybe it's my Leo moon or something like that. But yeah, anyway, I don't really know what style I want to kind of jump into. I have a lot of my cards sitting out in front of me right now. So I'm just going to go where the wind blows. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Let's actually start with 1212 because again, I don't really see that angel number a lot. It's very rare when I see it, so I can't say off the top of my head I know what that means or like what that energy entails. So let's do this together. I don't like that Google Chrome is giving us that AI overview, but it's like whatever. I guess it's beneficial because I don't have to really search for all of the extras anyway. So this says angel number 1212 signifies a message of encouragement, new beginnings, and the importance of maintaining a positive mindset. Okay. It suggests that you are on the verge of a spiritual awakening and encourages you to manifest your desires with positive thoughts. This number is also linked to finding balance, embracing change, and trusting the journey. So that feels really interesting. 1212 represents balance and harmony. It's necessary for success and unions, whether business or romantic or platonic. It signifies that you and your soulmates are also on the right path. So, okay. So this is already kind of starting off with, and I think we maybe tapped on this a little bit last week of like, your mindset around things, your mindset around the progress. You know what I'm saying? Remembering to remain positive, showing gratitude and appreciation and positive mindsets and affirmations and energies for where you are currently right now in your life as you continue to persevere and move forward in your life, right? Um, I'll even say for myself, I've been trying to be on that. I know I was talking to my sister the other night, right, about how I don't really like to be around people who always want to see things glass half empty. You know what I'm saying? The glass is always half empty. You always sad about this. This ain't going right. You ain't here. You ain't there yet. It's like, again, fulfillment, I think, was last week's message, right? Understanding that, yeah, you might not be where you want to be necessarily, but you're exactly where you need to be and you're getting where you're going. How can you find appreciation for not being where you was last year? Yeah, you might not be where you want to be this year. Yeah, you might not have accomplished what you wanted to accomplish yet this year, but you ain't where you was last year, and how can we harbor a level of appreciation for that? So 1212 makes me feel like being mindful of your mindset, right? What energy are you in when you wake up first thing in the morning? Are you in gratitude? Are you in positive thought? Do you wake up and go, oh, okay, another lousy day at work, another day, I have to go to school, another time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you be positive? Do you have a good day? Are you ever positive? You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that you be mindful of that. If we're tying in soulmates too, this makes me feel like be mindful and conscious of the people that you're around. Again, are you around people who are carrying this energy? Because it will rub off on you. I don't give a damn how positive and how much routine and how much this and this and that you do. It's also about the people you surround yourself with. It is the energy that you're taking in on a daily basis. Birds of a feather do flock together. And it is easier to be brought down by low vibrations than it is to be encouraged and bring these people up. Some people are determined, and I was saying this to my sister the other day, a lot of people are very determined to just be complainers, to be negative. Some people are just prone to that. That's why I said, do you ever have a good day? Do anything ever go right? How was your day? It was, yeah, it's okay. How you feeling? I mean, I'm all right. It's like, are you ever happy about anything? Is anything ever going right in your life? Are you ever feeling blessed? Are you ever just in gratitude, where it's just like, you know what, it could be better, but at the end of the day, I'm happy. Yeah, I could always, yeah, the traffic could have been lighter today, and I could have made a little more money at work, or my clients, my boss could have been easier to deal with, but at the end of the day, I got through it, and I'm here, and it's over. I'm here. I'm still breathing. You feel me? Like, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of the people you be around who are like that. I want to start with my astrology numinous cards. I don't really pull these that often, and I really do love them. I'm trying to learn to utilize all of my good decks because I want so many, but I feel like my divine team also be telling me like, girl, you don't even also use the full range of what you have. So let's see. Give me one numinous card for what do we need to know this Wednesday. Let's pop off the energy. What do we need to know as we entered into this week, as we conclude this week, as we taper off into the weekend? What energy do we need to be in? What do we need to know? Yeah, square challenges, right? So I feel like that's pretty on brand. Maybe some of you are experiencing some challenges. Maybe some of you are experiencing some blockages. Maybe there is some tension in your life. Sagittarius is down at the bottom of the deck. So, Sag, maybe this could be us. Maybe you have some Sag in your chart. Maybe you're just a big dreamer. Sag, we're ruled by Jupiter. We're very big dreamers. We shoot for the stars. We bite off a little bit more than we can chew sometimes. We try to go for the biggest goal. We get the biggest chicken in the pan, and sometimes our eyes are bigger than our stomach. Sometimes we expend so much energy going after something, we realize we really didn't even want it for real. Right? So, maybe you're dreaming real big this week. Maybe you're experiencing some blockages and some tensions with getting the way you're trying to go. Again, Sagittarius, we are the archer, and I just keep seeing like our arrow pointed to the sky, which lets me know that collectively there are some big dreams. Jupiter is in what, Cancer right now? So again, there could maybe be an emotional frustration and emotional tension with these dreams, these aspirations. Right? Sagittarius is also, though, about higher learning. The greater consciousness, the greater collective, the answers, the truth to what is behind the thing. So again, all of these could resonate, right? And you could be maybe experiencing some challenges, some blockages, some tensions, right? Some frustrations, some annoyances, some irritations when it comes to certain things like that. But the square is in astrology is not anything to be intimidated by. It's almost similar to like the Plutonian energy in my mind, right? Everybody see Saturn, they get a little nervous. Everybody see Pluto, they get a little nervous. You see a square, you get a little nervous. But it's just an indication of where you got to put a little more work in. So again, 12-12, as we just saw it, right? Your mindset. And we did talk about that last week. Again, you're not where you at. I mean, you're not where you want to be. But what is your mindset on the way there? As a godly woman, also, if we're going to take it biblically, that's also a thing too. God said you either going to pray or stress. You can't do both. And it's not even just the waiting period, but it's it's your attitude in how you're waiting. It's your attitude in how you're processing the thing, which kind of also helps in opening doors, just for some of you who are still very biblical, very Christian, still believe in God, because I absolutely do. But there's also a thing too, it ain't even about just being patient until these blessings and these things you're working so hard come forward, but it's the attitude you have as you move through these things. It's the gratefulness, it's the gratitude of the thing that make those little, you know what I'm saying? So it just makes sure you be mindful of that. Yeah, 12th house just flipped over. So again, this could maybe be something very conscious. Surrender is here though. So again, as we are speaking about it, surrender is also a thing. Surrender to the process. How well can you surrender to the process? We know that you've been trying to get the same project, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the blockages, sometimes the tension, sometimes the stress is what you need on your growth journey. Sometimes it ain't even about what you need on your growth journey. Sometimes it's just God handling his business. It's just your divine team. It's just your ancestors handling their business. And you got to just let them handle their business. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about in the human experience, because we are living the human experience, are we not? But how well can you surrender to the process? How well can you kind of check yourself, right? God said you either gonna pray or you gonna stress. You can't do both. And it ain't just enough to just pray and then have some patience, but it's your attitude while you waiting on me. Don't just wait on me to handle it cause I am God and I'm gonna handle it. But what's your attitude as you waiting on me? As you sucking your teeth? As you rolling your eyes? I'm giving you the small blessings I'm giving, but can you even appreciate that? You still looking at where you trying to go, but look at how far I brought you. Can you even appreciate that? So what is your mind like here? How are we healing? What is the development stage? This is like a real good time to kind of get into the details. Virgo season is coming up. I'm like being reminded of Virgo. So Virgo season is coming up. This is a good time to really think about that as we're about to shift into the energy. Leo season is concluding. So this is a good time to get into the details, not only of your routine, but of your spiritual practices also. Not even just in your cleansing baths, because that's easy. Everybody can do the cleansing bath. Everybody can wear the crystal, but what is your real mindset? How are you really reprogramming for real? That's something to think about. Well, I'm being patient, cause I know I'm just waiting on them to handle it right. But you also sitting here acting like, so when y'all gonna hurry up? You think they ain't picking up off that energy? God, I thought you said, yeah, I'm coming, but I'm always on time. I'm not when you want me, right? So this is just a time to really think about that. Taurus is here. It just flipped over. You could be a Taurus, have some Taurus in your chart. This could maybe be pertaining to Taurus themes. Maybe you just want an overall sense of pleasure in your life. Maybe it's his finances. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So again, it could maybe just be financial, where you like, but God, this is what's going on with me monetarily, and that's what's going on. And it's like, yeah, I know, I got you. I heard you the first time. I'm coming. But as you experience these tensions, as you experience the pressure, as you experience the struggle, as the tension builds, right? How are you working through that? Not only just on a spiritual sense, 12th house, but how are you also working through it just within your own psyche? Telling yourself it's not going to happen. Downing yourself, kicking yourself while you down. It ain't already enough to be going through the struggles and to be frustrating. But now you want to be your own worst enemy too. Doesn't that sound fucking insane? I just think that sounds fucking insane. Like, here you go. Can you be nice to yourself? Can you be kind to yourself? Can you still find the pleasure in the thing, Venus, Taurus? Can you still find the pleasure in it? Can you still find some happiness? Can you still find some contentment? Can you exercise your patience, right? Taurus has immaculate patience. Great steadfastness. I'm sure they get very frustrated. Taurus, if you're watching, I know you get very frustrated. I know it. But you still gonna keep going. You still understand that it's worthy. You still understand you're worthy, right? Maybe you also, again, have some of these attributes, and that's fine too. Just make sure you lean into them. That's all. Don't forget them when the struggle comes. Don't forget them when the frustration start. Don't forget them when you gotta start working out the kinks and shit, like hot comb on black girl hair and shit. Don't forget what you're doing it for. Don't forget how you're doing it. Again, it all ties into your mindset. I'm not putting all this work in for nothing. God didn't bring me all this way to forsake me and just leave me. I didn't get all the way this far just to get all the way this far and then try to figure out it's just going to end here. Like, nah. But sometimes it does get frustrating. Sometimes you do, again, like we talked about, long nights, early mornings. Bitch, I'd have been working 2-3 jobs overtime. I'm doing everything I can to try to get to the life that I'm trying to get to. But how can you still be grateful? God, you know what I'm saying? I often have to find myself doing that a lot of the times when I go through hardships, and it's kind of really helped me reprogram for myself. It's been a lot of times I had to eat goddamn peanut butter and jelly and I didn't want it. It's been a lot of times I had to eat cup noodles and I didn't want that. Starving. This cup noodles is not finna do nothing for me. I'm hungry. And God, as much as I would love some lobster and a steak in front of me right now, I thank you for this little cup noodles. I thank you for it. Because it could be nothing. It's something to put on my stomach. You see how that's a different energy, a different connotation. That's a different prayer, affirmation, and manifestation you putting into the universe. And it's hard to get there, but it's beneficial to get there. For a lot of you, this is about your baggage. This is about unpacking that baggage. Personal baggage with your spirituality, maybe even. Personal baggage with your own healing and how you're reprogramming your own thought process. 12th house is about reprogramming your process. 12th house is that house that's unbeknownst to you. So yeah, this is a good time. What you need to know this week, this is a good time to do that and to really start unpacking that if you haven't been. If you have been, just keep doing the work. And allow us to encourage you that, again, these challenges are not going to last forever. These blockages are not going to last forever. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, whatever you're processing, whatever the frustration is not forever. The storm will conclude and it will pass. And the rain will stop. The rainbow will come out and the sun will shine again. Again, as I say, baggage. Last card we have out here, bag lady, emotional baggage. So yeah, what you need to know this week is making sure that you're paying attention to that. Is the glass half empty? Is it half full? Why do you feel like it's half empty? Dare I say lack mentality? How can we be grateful for the fact that it's half full? On the bottom of the hand, we do have the baby card. So again, new beginnings are happening. I do remember that from last week's video. New beginnings are definitely happening. Doors are opening. New births, new beginnings are happening. As I'm seeing that again here, in the starting over card. And I feel like we got that last week, question mark. But with all the cards we have, again, it says booked. It has starting over. You have legacy. You have crown chakra. And then last card out, as I said, is bag lady. For a lot of you, again, this is financial. It does feel like legacy. This does feel like what you're building. This feels like an empire. This feels like everything you're trying to work hard toward, everything that you're trying to focus on, right? Again, what does it say? Booked. Business booming. Booked schedule. Financial achievements. Goals reached. Steady clientele and overwhelmed with work, right? For a lot of you, you could just be feeling overwhelmed with work. I know for me, a big theme as of lately coming into this week has been feeling like I'm overwhelmed with work to where it's taking away from me wanting to do what I want to do. It's causing some challenges. It's causing some irritations. It's causing some tension because my 9-to-5 job, the scheduling now runs into how I want to conduct my business on top of new business endeavors that I'm like trying to push into the forefront to really start my legacy, right? I do feel like I'm reprogramming, I'm rebuilding. So again, maybe you could resonate with that. Maybe you could resonate with that. Maybe it's not even your 9-to-5. Maybe you're doing a real business and you're like, nah, girl, I work for myself. But, business just has been slow these days. And it's been frustrating and it's been a lot on me. It's been taking a big toll on me because, I'm doing the content. I'm doing the editing and I'm getting up early and I'm marketing myself and I'm tweaking and I'm being consistent with my content. And I don't see it really coming to the forefront. I feel like I'm doing so much work and I'm still experiencing challenges. I'm still experiencing blockages. I'm still, feeling like shit ain't coming together. I'm still questioning if God listening to me when it comes to like things that I have to do. Maybe you have a business and you feel like, but girl, now I got to start all the way to hell over. And then now what? Now I'm back at square one and I have to do this all over again. Like that's frustrating. I done lost my hard drive, lost my laptop, lost my product, lost this, and it could just feel very bothersome. It could be very triggering. You know what I'm saying? It could be a very emotional time. It could maybe be stirring up something within you where you like consciously or unconsciously shit is here. You might not even realize that it's again bothering you to this magnitude or that it's manifesting in whatever type of way for you, how it's manifesting. For a lot of you, again, though, with this 12th house and this crown chakra card, I do feel guided to tell you, though, for some of you, this is spiritual. Whatever frustration and tension and shit you feeling is divine. It's divine. It's either deliberately meant to trigger you and challenge you so you can really heal, right? Or it's meant to really maybe push you because, again, maybe there was an issue with starting over. Maybe whatever foundation you built it on, it was faulty, or maybe whatever situation you had going on, it just wasn't the time for that. So now it's like it's bringing up some issues, but then I'm also seeing it's like, but this is also divinely guided. Again, like I said just 4 months ago, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know why something didn't work out for you. You don't know what was going to go on in that program or why you didn't get into that program, why you didn't get accepted into that class, why that relationship didn't work out, why that friendship didn't work out. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what's being said about you behind your back. You don't know how your boss really going to act if you would have really got that job. Yeah, everything, but the nice and it was so the pay and I just really, really wanted that job. Yeah, we get all that. but it wasn't meant for you. Yeah, maybe you had to get fired or get put out from the job to actually start your own shit. Cause see, you've been pussyfooting and dragging your feet and wasting your time when you can be building your own legacy. But see, you just the worry of it all, the subconscious trigger of it all, the fear of it all, right? The unhealed aspect of it all got you clinging to a job to where you don't even need them. You think you need them. You never needed them. You actually should be doing this on your own because you can get further. Right? But again, when you see the challenges and you see the tensions and shit, it's like, but fuck. So making sure that you watch that. What's your mindset around the situation? God's rejection really is God's protection. Again, you don't know what the hell could have happened. You don't know who they would have really been in that relationship. You don't know how your friend really felt behind your back. You don't know what job would have really went on in that company if you'd have got that job, if you'd have got accepted. You don't even know how it's really low-key kind of protecting you. For those of you who are starting over and this is like a business and you feel like you're trying to start from scratch, you got to find yourself, you got to rebrand, you got to rebuild. Good things are coming for you. I see a lot of legacy. Like this legacy card, I feel like in itself just speak volumes. Look at the money tree. It's daisies and shit at the bottom. It's a butterfly shit. This look real peaceful. But it's like, again, this making sure that things are in your highest good. This bag lady card is coming to me again. Carrying baggage, holding on to the past. Carrying emotional baggages of others. Overwhelmed. Exhausted, under pressure, too much responsibility, doing it alone, excess, not serving your highest good. Again, for some of you, some of y'all were in something or currently are in something that's not good for your highest good. For a lot of you, again, you just had too much responsibility or you doing it by yourself. This is a good time. Again, I'm just being like made to really drive this home. Really look at why shit is triggering you. Really ask yourself, why is this bothering me? Like, really, what is this teaching me? Actually, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy, the mindset you need to be in. Because for some of you, it's making you practical. It's making you steadfast. It's making you hungry. It's making you like serious, grounded in what you're doing. It's making you have that tenacity that you need to really bloom. It's like sometimes you gotta fumble some shit to really go get it and get serious about it this time. And I feel like I actually just saw somebody say that on Instagram, which is funny because I was just like scrolling through their stuff. But that did kind of stick with me, where it's like sometimes some people be scared to start over again, and a lot of people don't go where they trying to go in life because you got to start over again. But it's not really starting over from scratch. It's starting over from experience. You've done this before. You just got to go back to the drawing board and do it a little differently. But a lot of people be embarrassed to start over again, or feel like they failed, or feel shamed for having to start over again. For some of you, this might not be for everybody, but again, for some of you, you had to start over again. Like, it's either because whatever you was doing wasn't really your vision and dream, or because you didn't really do it right, or because something. Like there was like a miscalculation or something. Y'all know I like to let y'all in on my life and make this a little interpersonal. So I know for me, the biggest challenge has been moving music to the forefront. I started my business and I absolutely love my spiritual business, but this isn't what I want to do. I started this business while still kind of hiding music. So it's like I'm at a point now where I'm having to rebrand and I'm having to kind of reshift and rethink about how I want stuff done. And it's been causing me some frustration because, again, it's like I know I also want to get my business back to where it was, but I'm just having to kind of tweak some things. It's causing some frustration. So, again, it could be, again, just sharing that to give a general energy of what it feels like. For some of you, again, you are kind of having too much responsibility. Some of you doing it by yourself because you're scared to ask for help type shit, where it's like you can ask for help. But then some of you be so nervous and shit, like, I don't know. What if people tell me no? What if they think about this? What if they tell you yes and they help you? One thing I'm happy I've done in my life is got over that. So please, if I can employ anybody, ask for the help you need, because there are people in this world who want to help you and help you with a smile on their face. Don't cheat yourself. So if you're doing it by yourself, it's too much responsibility. You got to start over again. Ask somebody for some help. If it's not that, make sure that you're doing things that are in alignment with you. You know what I'm saying? Some of you got to start over because, again, you was at that job, at that corporate job, and they was treating you like shit. But then it's like, I really want to cook for a living. Then do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the subconscious fear and the worry, what if this and my bills and that. What if you do it and it take off and you never have to work for a motherfucker again? Imagine that. That's my goal in life. I tell myself all the time, the only reason I'm really biting the bullet with my 9 to 5 is because I'm telling myself this is my last year having to work for anybody else. And I mean the fuck out of that. So I wish that on y'all also. But yeah, it's very much given whatever you got on your mind, whatever's been stressing you, like, please don't let it get the best of you. Is what this feels like. Don't let it get the best of you. Because there's something here that's meant to help. But it's also going to come from some self-improvement. It's also going to come from some lifestyle changes. It's also going to come from you, again, making adjustments. Understanding that, hey, if I'm going to take care of myself, I can't be extending myself to everybody else. Everybody going to have to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. Right? Understanding that maybe some of your own emotional baggage from the past might be hindering you and standing in the way of you really becoming who you want to become, regardless of who that is. You might not be like me and have a spiritual business and kind of like the rap on the side. Maybe you want to do hair. Maybe you want to do lashes. Maybe like, bitch, I want to start a business. And I really want this business to be everything that I know that it could be. Cool. But do you really believe that? Are you aligning your actions with your mindset? What is your inner voice telling you in the back of your mind when you get to thinking about it? Does it tell you wasting your time and that this is stupid and that, you know what I'm saying, everything should be ripe in its own way? You know, again, there's preachers in this card. So for a lot of you, it's just not time right now. You're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of footwork. You marketing and you doing this. Like I said, B, I'm doing the editing. I'm doing the content. I just feel like, when is it going to be my time? All fruit will be ripe in its due season. Give it some time. Exercise your patience. It's going to have to be your patience. Like I said, God said it ain't even just about being patient no more. But it's your attitude too as you be patient. It's your attitude and how you put these things out. It's how you cheer for others. It's how you sit here and say, well, God, I know one day soon. It might not be today, but I know that it's, again, I ain't doing all this work for nothing. I ain't putting all this footwork in for nothing. I ain't doing all of this editing and content creating for nothing. I know that eventually is bound to be for me. As we're on the topic, let's pull some money and career cards. So we have Enterprise that says it's time to get into business. It's time to get into business. You are ready to take the challenge and be your boss. Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? I literally just said that. Did I not just say that? Starting over. You're ready to take the challenge and be your own boss. Your experience is enough to create your enterprise. Marketing. You are good at promotions. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales. Communicate. Sharing your voice to speak your truth will allow your authenticity. Sharing your voice to speak your truth will show your authenticity and expression. You have a talent in the communication field. Last card out, we have Traveler. There is an opportunity for you to travel for work or business. You might be attending a convention or a training that will enhance your skills. So this basically just wrapped up everything I said in a nutshell. Bottom of the deck card here, we have Collaborative. Working with someone who has the same goal as you will increase your power and reach. Someone wants to do business with you. My cards don't lie. I mean, hey, I don't I don't really know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it don't get no more clearer than that. Person watching, like, I mean, shit, it's time to really do your thing. But again, this whole spread is giving me, you've been doing the work. For some of you, this does feel like you want to be a business. You've been having business ideas of like doing things or like starting your own individual thing, and you need to do that. But the most of you, for my collective, this feels like you have a business or some sort of something you want to do, and either there's some challenges on getting that started or there's some challenges around seeing the results of it. Like, again, enterprise, get into business, be your own boss, apply different marketing strategies. I feel like for a lot of you, you kind of are. Or for some of you, this feels like, again, I'm doing the content, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the posting, I'm staying consistent, I'm staying disciplined, but I'm not seeing it come to life. I'm not seeing that boom. I'm not seeing the increase in numbers. When I post on my YouTube, I'm not seeing this go up. Or my follow account ain't went up, or this ain't going up. For some of you, it could be financial, where it's like, yeah, my follow account and all of that going up, but bitch, these pockets need to go up. Hey man, bitch, fuck all of the followers and shit, bitch. I need to get my rent paid. I need groceries. I need tampons. I need personal items. I ain't got a haircut. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of giving again work. Like I'm seeing work out the kinks. Like I'm so this either feels like you're being made to work out the kinks, like emotionally, when it comes to your baggage, so you're still being triggered when it comes to stuff, to build that steadfastness, that tenacity, to build the strength in your mindset type thing. Or this feels like working out the kinks in the sense of there's things going on behind the scenes and the kinks are being worked out by your divine team, but you just gonna have to be patient and again work on your attitude when it comes to making like your weight in your process is what this feels like, because success is coming. This is everything about this spread is giving, bitch, whatever you're working on is something that's gonna last the test of time, and you're building a real legacy, and you're going to be extremely famous, and like not only just famous but wealthy. You're going, whatever you envision for your life. For my collective person watching you, you're good. It's good. Your divine hears you. They bringing it together. Is like again one step at a time. It's like take it one day at a time. Again, you can't just plant a goddamn apple tree and then you go tomorrow and then it's apples on the motherfucker. You gotta like water it. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be patient and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have to scrap it sometimes. Sometimes the seed you planted and shit, it ain't even. You gotta start all over, move it another different place, get some different fertilizer and shit, water it differently. But it's like it's still going to come together. Does that make sense? So pay attention to your mindset. Watch your mindset. That's it. That's all I got for you, motherfuckers. Thank you so much for watching my channel and watching my video. If you got this far, leave me some thumbs up. Leave me some comments. Let me know if this resonated, how this resonated, if this resonated. Join our channel over here. I'm open for personal readings. You can drop down below, find me on other platforms, and or how to find my website if you're interested in a personal reading. I actually might need to check my website. So if you can't get my website, DM me on other platforms, because they just sent me an email. So I kind of need to get with Shopify actually sometime today and work out the kinks on that. But anyway, yeah. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. My name is B, just in case if you forget from the beginning of this. And yeah, as always, I will see you over on the next video. Bye.